Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another War of the Visions video, and today we are going to look at the magic meta. Is there a magic meta? Can you play 3 mages and get away with it? Can you make magic work in this like dark, piercing, light slashing, physical damage landscape that is the game right now? Stay tuned, we're going to check that out right now. Okay, before we get into battle, let's take a look at what vision cards and units we're going to run today to try to make this work. With the release of Skahal's vision card, the one you see in the middle there, a lot of people have been wondering, can you run it in combination with the other 2 UR heavy magic damage cards and make a team comp out of this and make it work? So you see on the screen right here, you have Trousseau on the top, which gives 35 magic attack up to your whole group. That is probably the strongest magic attack buff that has been in the game to this point. On the bottom, you see Ramuh. That's your magic stat boosting card, which is going to give a massive 50% up magic boost to your group at level 99. And then you see Skahal's vision card, the new one. It's going to give 35 man killer on magic, as well as a host of great buffs and a bonus spell to Skahal if you include him in the party. So we're going to use all 3 of those and make it work. How are we going to do it? We're going to use these 3 units for these reasons. 1, we're going to bring Kilphe. She's going to be a mage, but also our tank. She's a tank. We're going to use that word as it is. She can generate hate in her Spellblade job with Taunting Spell. She can cast a physical shield on herself, and she otherwise has very high defense with her passives and with her gear, and depending on what Esper you put on her. We're also going to run Zombie Ryu as sort of a very high damage bruiser. Now, we're not going to make him a bruiser through his gear and equipment. We're going to make him a bruiser through his ability to die twice before having to be killed a 3rd time. He's going to get one shot a lot, I imagine, but that's okay because he doesn't die, and we're going to try and use that to add some survivability to this group. And then lastly, we're going to use Skahal as kind of a high damage support time mage. Instead of a healer, well, this isn't a healer video, this is a mage video. We're going to use Skahal, and he can cast Quicken to help the other members of the group get out there. He has haste for a prolonged fight, and he has big damage once he's able to get into the fight. He's the one unit who we don't want taking hits in this comp. We want him casting Quicken, getting everybody else out there in front, and then coming in afterwards and cleaning up the fight with his massive damage. So, will this work? Let's head to the arena, let's check it out, and let's see if there is a sort of magic meta developing at all. Okay, here's the crew we're going to take into the fight. Here's what they're wearing as far as gear and espers. So we're really going to lean into physical defense with Kilphe. She's got the plat robe on, she's got golem on for even more defense, and then for sub jobs for her, we're going Spellblade with everything off in Spellblade but Taunting Spell. Ideally, we want her going turn 1 physical shield from her main job, turn 2 Taunting Spell, and then the rest of the turns use her high damage abilities from Staff Mage to clean up the fight. We are not trying to out-sustain anybody with this comp. We're running 3 offensive UR vision cards, and we are seeing if we can just magic you to death before you physical us to death. That's the goal. Faith Rising will be off in this, but everything else we're going to leave on because those are her big damage things, and we want her using them. So let's head to the arena. We're about 609 right now, so again, we're going to get a pretty good taste of some good teams. Let's look for a physical team. This is a physical team with an Ildira support. Sure, let's try it. I'm a little worried about the magic damage here, but let's see how we hang against this. You're going to see this team a lot right now. This is a very, very meta team. Dwayne, Kane, Calculator. So can our mage team actually do anything against this? That's what we're going to find out. Enemy Kane has bells, so he casts that, heads over the top. Ryu casts Immortal Spirit. There's his first revive ability. Kilphe is going to start charging her physical shield, and Skahul's going to get right to casting Quicken. Now this first Quicken is going to be on zombie Ryryu. This will allow Ryryu to get his second, I was going to say get his second revive buff off, but this time he actually was able to get in range to do damage on his second turn. That usually doesn't happen. We're going to see if that's okay. There's the taunting spell from Kilphe, great. There's another Drain Evocation from Ryryu, awesome. Now watch this combo. This is a Quicken right after a Drain Evocation. Ryryu is unlocked at this point, and he's going to hit for big damage on that turn. Now, Kayn actually tanked that pretty well. 3,300 is pretty low considering just how powerful Ryryu was at that moment. But you can see our comp is like worked. Our movement has been good. We're in a good position. We are starting to unload on their DPS. There's Ruinja, the new ability from Skahul's Vision card. Kilphe is out here tanking everything. That's 2 jumps from Kayn, and she's still at about 40% HP. Now we don't have a healer, so she's not going to gain any health back, but we do have this kind of support. We have Quicken that's going to help us burn through their Mage and the rest of their DPS. Uh-oh, here's some magic, and that's what we were worried about. There is magic damage on this team. Yeah, Ryryu has taken 2 deaths, but he's Ryryu, so he comes back to life. And now we have some big damage. Stoneblade's going to hit pretty hard. Ooh, oh, that is a great move. The damage redistribution. But we have elemental advantage now in a mage on mage fight. So let's see if we can make that work for us. Alright, we're going to get a thunder. Down goes the calculator. We win the fight, but ooh, did Ildira make that close. Now remember, we weren't built to fight Ildira. We were built to fight Dwayne and Kayn. We did great against that. We still won, so I'm still feeling pretty good about that. And in Arena, that's all you need. You win. It's a 3v3. You don't care about your next fight. Now in Guild Wars, we would be a little concerned with our next fight. No matter. Let's find another one and see what we can do there. Alright, here is a pure physical damage team with Dwayne, Kayn, and Cecil. Now, our team completely counters Cecil because he's in there to give his physical shield to the group, I imagine. He does have a magical shield, but I doubt that's turned on. So we're going to bypass that, and I really feel good about this fight and our mage squad. Yep, turn 1. There's Ryryu casting Courage on himself. Great. There's that physical shield that we completely just don't care about. Courage from Kayn, he's coming forward. Dwayne has bells this time, he's coming in. Kilphe steps up, she's charging her magic shield, or her physical shield, excuse me. Here's the Quicken on Ryryu. Now again, it's worked out to where he's in range to Drain Evocation on this turn. And that's fine. We're putting some damage on their tank. Okay. Kilphe, taunting spell. Good damage on that taunting spell this time. And she's gained the aggro. Great. Let's see what Dwayne has in store. Okay, Dwayne's found an AoE, and he actually has his limit break activated, so he's going to get some healing here. How much? A pretty decent amount. Not enough to survive the onslaught of magic we're about to throw at him here. I would be surprised if this didn't just kill him right out. It did. It also brought Kayn really low. Here's the Quicken from Skahal. You can see how Skahal functions really well as a support character. You don't think of him as a support character, or at least a lot of people don't, but he kind of is. He's this hybrid support high damage dealer that kind of unlocks these mage comps. Now their Kayn was running the same kind of like bruiser troll build that our zombie Ryryu was running. So we've killed him twice. He's come back to life both times. But he's out of come back to life at this point, and the thunder from Skahal is going to put him down. Here's a Drain Evocation on Cecil. He's down. We win the fight. And if this was a Guild Wars fight, you're feeling pretty good about having 3 units left alive going into your next fight, with Skahal untouched and Ryryu pretty healthy with a way of healing himself. Alright, for our third and final fight, we are going to pick something that I think is a weakness of this team, even though it's a completely physical opponent, and that's Agrias. Mages run really high spirit, typically speaking, and Agrias takes full advantage of really high spirit with status effects. So a tank Agrias in slot 1 is really bad potentially for this team, but let's see if it plays out that way. Alright, we're into the fight. Dwayne buffing slash attack on everybody, and besides Agrias being trouble for this team, this is a very, very high damage opponent. Dwayne buffing a Ruinstern with an Agrias tank is about as ouch as it gets. Now we're going to set up, we're running the proper setup here. Ryuryu's going to get zombie transformation off. He's able to now die multiple times. There's shield on Kilphe. So we're ready, but we're in a position where Agrias is going to get to do something here, where if she has her limit break on, which she does, she's going to potentially land 2 confusions. And a confused Kilphe hits really hard because her auto attacks truck people, just like that. Ryuryu's going to counter with his limit break, but this fight, this fight feels over to me because I think Kilphe, who's probably about to get this quicken, is going to turn around and just kill Skahal. Or she'll just kill Ryuryu for the second time. That's actually probably better for us in a strange way, but we need the enemy to hit Kilphe now. There we go. Okay, she took a lot of damage, but at least she's not confused anymore. What a great example of how Agrias ruins the best laid plans. Anyway, Kilphe gets her taunting spell off, so she has aggro now. Dwayne's going to heal up any damage she just did to him with this. It's a 2-hit attack, so it will also finish off Kilphe's shield, and Kilphe's about to go down. Now, can Skahal 1v2? It's looking like no. He couldn't even get in range there. Launch actually finishes him off. And what a great example of why Agrias is just so dang good. We were built to counter physical teams, but we ended up countering ourselves because of one ability from Agrias double confusing the team. So let's put a bow on this. Is there a magic meta coming? Probably not. But is it possible to build a team of 3 mages and succeed in the current meta? Absolutely. You need to be kind of tricky. Kilphe seemed really relevant here, although you could use another tank. That's fine, but we're just seeing if you can use 3 actual mages. You could throw Rain in there. Rain does fine as a physical tank. We just had that video come out yesterday. He's great, but he's not a true mage. We were trying to make 3 mages work, and it kind of did. In fact, it actually did really well. You just need to avoid Agrias, because Agrias is broken. So if you can not fight Agrias and find physical DPS teams, which there's a ton of those out there. We're talking Dwayne, Kane, Warrior of Light, everybody but Agrias. Well, and Dwayne, that disable might be kind of bad, but even disable is not going to make Kilphe turn around and destroy your whole team by herself. So it works. This team is very good. It's not meta-defining good, but it can happen if you really want to play mages. Here's a way to do it that will work in the game today. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This was a really fun team to run. I really like using Skahal and Kilphe and Zombie Ryuryu. Those are 3 of my favorite characters. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, throw me a like, throw me a subscribe. Check out my other PvP showcase videos. Maybe check out the Rain tank video if you want to run him in there. And I will see you all in the next video.